Feels like less now because we're both older. Like if I had taken her to my high school prom, I would have been pushing her in a stroller. Like, no, guys, trust me, I have a good feeling this is gonna work out. Thank you, Montreal. How are you tonight? Excellent. I'm doing well. I'm recently married. Thank you. My wife and I decided to have a heterosexual wedding. You gotta discuss everything these days. You can't take any detail for granted. I told her I identify as the groom. She's like, I feel like the bride. I'm like, great, that's one thing down. On to appetizers. We had a bit of a love story. We reconnected after 10 years. We had dated 10 years ago, came back into each other's lives. There was an age difference, and there still is. That's how math works. But it feels like less now because we're both older. Like if I had taken her to my high school prom, I would have been pushing her in a stroller. Like, no, guys, trust me, I have a good feeling this is gonna work out. She is in her early 30s. I'm in my late 40s. They say a woman's sexual prime is her 30s. So she is in her sexual prime, and I am not. I'm past my prime. Like, do you remember when Shaq played for the Celtics? That's me. He didn't look like himself anymore. He had a hard time getting up and down the court. He was an embarrassment some nights. And I bet there were nights where Shaq's teammates were very angry at him. Like, Shaq, what's your problem? Do you even want to play with us? Do you have any passion for the game? And Shaq was probably like, no, guys, I love you. It's just that I'm a little older now. It takes me a little longer to warm up. Maybe if you could just be a little patient. Shaq probably said to them. And I just feel it was really wrong of Shaq's teammates to treat him that way. He was a legend. He had accomplished a lot in the game. And sure, if Shaq were to be honest with himself, he would admit that basketball didn't mean as much to him as it once did. There was a time when all Shaq thought about was basketball, all day, every day. But not anymore. He was an older man and in a lot of ways wiser. And if you look back, Shaq had some really good games for the Celtics. Not every game, but on certain nights, he looked like the Shaq of old, and I just wish that his teammates could have appreciated those nights instead of harping on the nights that he had difficulty performing. I feel for Shaq is what I'm trying to say.